Hey guys! So I know I'm a little bit behind because my computer took a dump, but I'm using my other computer on my Metal Gear Solid videos. Today I'm going to do a countdown of my top 10 favorite fun things to do in the Metal Gear series. If you guys know Metal Gear as well as I do, you know that there's so many hilarious things included in these games. Number 10. One of my favorite things to do in Metal Gear is finding all the hilarious posters that they've hidden throughout the game. Especially Metal Gear Solid 2, they have quite a few posters hidden. And so, like, you'll open up a locker and you find, like, a hot chick in there, but she's, just, like, Japanese, and it was just so funny. And, like, there's so many different things you could do with it. Like, you can, like, as Raiden, you can, like, zoom in on the picture and it'll make a kiss noise, like he's kissing the picture. If you call Otacon as you're looking at a poster, he'll be like, "Oh, Snake, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. Oh, call me back later." Like, just gets all weirded out by it. The posters were really fun. In Metal Gear Solid 4, they were a little bit harder to find, and in the one part where you're in the house, they're actually behind pictures on the wall, so you have to shoot down the pictures to find them, and Snake will make a comment about what the model's name is and stuff. It just is like a funny little thing that all Metal Gear pretty much have had in it, and it's pretty awesome. Number 9 would be the Rakov mask that looks just like Raiden. It's really funny because in Metal Gear Solid 3, you have to dress up as a certain character that you have taken care of and knocked out. He's the lover of Fulgen, basically, in a way, and that's totally fine. But it's kind of poking fun at Raiden because everyone was like, "This guy's so dumb, he's gay, blah, blah, blah," all that stuff. So it's funny, but that, like, of the mask and him being there alone. What's even more funny is that you can put the mask on and then you walk around, his men will, like, if they'll sit there and they'll salute you and you salute back, you can, like, hit them. So you can hit the guards basically as Rakov, or however you pronounce his name, and they'll just sit there, "Thanks, sir." Like, their hands shaking, like, "Please don't hit me again, sir." Like, it's just freaking hilarious. So you just walk around just knocking out guards and never get in trouble for it while you dress up as him. It's pretty funny. And it's also weird because when you knock him out and you take his clothes, he's wearing, like, speedo-y thong underwear with a little bolt on it, which is kind of purple again. It's really funny. Number 8, I would have to say, would be finding all of the ghosts that are available in the games to take pictures of. In the first Metal Gear, when you get a camera, if you take pictures in certain areas, you can see ghosts. The ghosts are people that actually worked on the game themselves, and the developers and Hideo Kojima. So it's really funny to, like, try to find where the ghosts are. They brought it back again in Metal Gear Solid 4. I'm not sure, I think 2 or 3 have it, but 2 has dog tags, which is, like, another fun thing to do and, like, try to collect. So I guess Metal Gear Solid 2's ghosts are dog tags. But you have to hold up all of the guards and get their dog tags off of them, and if you collect enough, then you get something. But the ghosts were always just for fun, and it was the pictures of the characters plus the developers in Metal Gear Solid 4. And that was really cool. Number 7 would have to be using the nudie mags to distract guards. Seriously, never gets old. It's always hilarious. Basically, you take a magazine, and it used to just be called a book. And as the years progressed, the book progressed till Metal Gear Solid 4 was actually a Playboy magazine that you could thumb through in first person, which is hilarious since I work at Playboy and I recognize some of the girls in there. Basically, you run up, you put the mag on the ground, and the guards will walk up and be like, "Ooh, what's this?" And they'll basically hunch over it and have, like, little hearts going up from their head, and they get distracted, so you can walk literally right by them as they're paying attention to your book. It's hilarious. It never gets old. And it's especially funny because you can just set up as many as you have, so they'll eventually just disappear, and the guard will be like, "Oh, wow. I got stuck on that," and then walk another foot, and then get stuck on the next one. So it's really funny to just mess around with, and then you just see all the guy guards looking at him. Number 6, making Snake throw up. There are a lot of different ways you can make Snake throw up, but they're primarily in Metal Gear Solid 3 and Metal Gear Solid 4. In Metal Gear Solid 3, you can make Snake throw up by basically eating anything that's bad for him, because in Metal Gear Solid 3, there's so many animals you can eat, and mushrooms and plants and all kinds of shit, and you can literally eat anything, and then it'll make some things will make him sick and literally throw up. If you're in the medical part of Metal Gear Solid 3, when you twirl him around a bunch of times, he'll actually end up throwing up, which is really funny. Metal Gear Solid 4, if you go in an oil drum and you roll it on its side, you can take out guards. but if you're in there long enough, it'll make him sick, and he'll get out of the bin super slowly and throw up, which is really funny. Another way to make him throw up is if you kill a ton of people, he'll get, you just like the killing from Liquid, his voice saying you enjoy all the killing, don't you? And that makes Snake throw up. So it's pretty funny. There are different ways, and it's pretty gross watching Snake puke. But it's just a funny thing that they allow you to do in a game that most games don't normally allow you to throw up. Number 5 would have to be messing with Iroquois Pliskin / Snake in Metal Gear Solid 2. When we first meet Iroquois Pliskin, he's lost a lot of blood and needs to sit down and take a nap for a while. So if you let him, he'll fall asleep and he'll have disease over his head and stuff. And you can aim your gun at him, and he will wake right up and point his gun at you and say, "What are you looking at, huh?" Or like, "Try it." And he starts like teasing you about it. Like, "Are you really gonna pull the trigger?" Another funny thing is you can call him in the codec while he's sleeping over and over again, and he'll have certain different responses. It'll just be him sleeping. And sometimes he'll wake up and say, "Liquid," or "Meryl." Or he'll just be like, "Meryl," and talking, which is pretty much telling you that it's Solid Snake to begin with. But it's pretty funny. There are different things you can do. Another funny thing is when you're walking Emma Emmerich across the oil bridge in when you're walking, another funny thing is when you're walking Emma Emmerich across the oil bridge and Snake is sniping from his position. If you try to snipe him or get him in your sights, he'll turn around and shoot you as well. You can also actually like knock him out in Arsenal Gear when you get the blade. If you use the non-lethal side, you can actually knock him out and get his dog tags. But if you don't do it successfully, he will literally kick the shit out of you, and it's really funny to watch yourself get beaten up and Solid Snake. Number 4 would have to be when you call somebody in a weird situation on the codec and hearing their reactions. I know in Metal Gear Solid 2, when you're in the restroom, if you call Rosemary or Campbell and you're looking at a urinal, they'll say, oh, sorry, I'll let you finish really fast. In different scenarios for different situations. Like if you're in the women's restroom and you call them, they'll say, Rosemary will yell at you and say, "Why are you such a creep in the women's restroom?" If you're like staring at Olga after you tranquilize her for too long and call Otacon, he'll get weirded out by it. You can also lay on top of her and he will call you asking you what the hell you were doing. It's so funny because it's totally breaking the fourth wall, but it's just hilarious, the reactions. It seriously never gets old. The same thing goes for if you're taking pictures at the beginning of the Tinker incident in Metal Gear Solid 2 and you send funny stuff to Otacon, people will be like, "Why are you sending me this picture? Why are you taking this? And what are you looking at?" It's so funny. It's just stupid humor, but it's so fun to just see what situations you can get yourself in and what their reaction will be towards that situation. Number 3 favorite thing to do, which is hilarious, is all of the Johnny situations. Johnny is basically this character that started from Metal Gear Solid, and it was the character that got knocked out by Meryl at the beginning of. And he kind of just becomes this running joke throughout the whole entire series. His name is Johnny. And he has diarrhea issues. So when you're Snake and you're trapped in the cell, in Metal Gear Solid, in the torture chamber cell, you'll find that your guard has frequent bouts of diarrhea and has to run to the bathroom. And that's the way that you can get out and escape, is when he leaves. All the Johnny stories are freaking hilarious. In Metal Gear Solid 2, when you're walking Emma Emmerich across the fence, she ends up running into Johnny, but you would never know unless you're listening to the directional microphone. So you put your sniper away, take your directional microphone out, and point it in the direction that she is. She's disappeared behind this, corner. And that's when she comes across Johnny, and he's telling her to freeze, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And she's like, "Oh, nothing." And they kind of have this conversation, and he's like, "Oh, my father always told me not to talk to a woman during battle because it'll give you diarrhea." And then, 2 seconds later, you hear her stomach like, "Oh," he's like, "Oh God," and just takes off running, and she's laughing. In Metal Gear Solid 3, you come across Johnny when you get imprisoned in your cell. He's actually the guard that comes and brings you food. Johnny's always nice. He's got this, "Here you go, eat your food," and throws your food in for you. And you can actually end up having a conversation with him where he talks about all the Johnnies in his family go to war. So his son will go to war as Johnny, and his son after him will go to war. His son is probably the father of Johnny from the first one. So it's pretty funny to see this situation. And what happens to this Johnny? Well, he gets diarrhea and has to run to the bathroom. And the way that you can give him diarrhea basically is if you throw your food back out and he says, "Oh, what, you don't want this? Thanks." So it's eating basically like rats that they're feeding you in his prison. And he gets sick to his stomach and has to go run to the restroom. It's really funny. And obviously in Metal Gear Solid 4, Akiba is Johnny and literally shits his pants during battle, which is still the funniest shit ever. All Meryl and everybody's plugging their nose from Rat Patrol's like plugging their nose and going, "Oh my god, Akiba, like what the fuck?" And he like literally has shit in his pants and like slides. It's gross and it's hilarious. And I hope there's a Johnny in Metal Gear Solid 5. Number 2 is playing / messing around with the animals. Obviously, I'm obsessed with animals. I love animals. I never killed the wolves when I had the choice not to. And but there's a lot of funny scenarios that you can do with the animals in the Metal Gear series. Like in Metal Gear Solid 1, you could actually be friends with the wolves if you have Sniper Wolf's handkerchief and they'll follow you around and they just, oh, and they have their little hearts over their head and they're happy and it's so cute. And it's just, I don't know, it's just a fun thing to do. But it's funny because in Metal Gear Solid 2, there's seagulls everywhere because you're out in the ocean. And literally there's seagull shit all on the outside of like the shell. So if you're running, you'll literally like slip and eat it on the bird shit. You can look up into the sky, and if you look up long enough, a bird will literally shit on the screen. The first person screen, just splat. It's really disgusting. Another funny thing you can do is put all the birds to sleep. It's really funny. I don't know why it's so funny, but literally just like birds will just be sitting there and you can trank them and they have little Z's over their head. It's just super cute. I don't remember why I did it, but it's just really fun to do. There's also a parrot, which is Emma Emmerich's parrot. We find out later in the computer room in the shell 2. And basically the parrot just kind of repeats what everybody's saying around it. And if you pull your weapon up to the bird, she will call you out. And the bird will just be like, "Alert, alert, intruder, alert." But it's just so funny. The bird will call you out. And then, of course, in Metal Gear Solid 3, there's a million animals. So I just like catching them all and seeing what they look like and trying to catch them live and stuff. It's really cool. I always enjoyed looking at that stuff. And I tried not eating the cute ones because they're cute. My number 1 favorite thing ever to do, which is always funny and it will never ever get old in any of them, is messing with the guards. There's so many fucked up things you can do to the guards in these games. It's amazing. Obviously, as I said again, Metal Gear 2, I don't know why, has so much of like the funnier shit to me. It's the first one where they basically implemented the hold-up system, so you could walk up behind a guard, pull your gun to them, stand there with their arms up going, "Please don't shoot, please don't shoot." Or if they're a little bastard, they'll say, "Are you going to shoot me or shoot me? If you're going to shoot me, then shoot me." And so it was just really funny because then if they were afraid, they would shake. They would just keep shaking. Asshole guards, you had to actually shoot them like in the foot or in the hand to get them to do what you wanted. So you better have a silencer. But that was always super funny and hilarious. Another cool thing was playing with tranquilizer darts and knocking out guards everywhere and then moving their bodies or throwing them off of things or putting them all in a pile, or just simply shooting them with tranquilizer guns to make a hilarious pattern. It doesn't get old seeing a tranquilizer dart sticking out of a guard's head or his eyeball. It's just hilarious. And in Metal Gear Solid 3, they had a lot of awesome things you could do with them with nature. So, like, you could literally, like, pick up a snake live, catch it live, and then throw it at a guard. And the snake would be on the guard, freaking out. So, oh, yeah. He gets eaten by the snake or dies or whatever. Another thing you can do is actually shoot down a bee's nest. You can shoot down a beehive and it will fall on them. All of them just start screaming and running around. It's just, there's so many different options that you could do. It is so funny. Knocking on walls never gets old and they're constantly looking for you and your footprints basically. It just never gets old fucking with the guards. And choking the guards and throwing the guards. I don't know why. It's just like they're not real people, so they're just hilarious. Now I know this list could go on and on and on forever with all of the hidden zoom-in cues, all the hilarious codec calls, and all the funny Easter eggs sprinkled throughout all the games. I could literally spend all day doing this, but I just want to do a quick video because I'm behind already about my favorites. Tell me what you guys think are your favorite things to do in the Metal Gear series. I know there's so many. So comment down below what you guys think are the best ones to do, and if I haven't tried them, maybe I will. I doubt I haven't tried them. I've literally tried everything. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.